we're gonna spend 2 days on this lesson. Okay, so we're gonna do half the lesson today, the other half on Monday. Tuesday's gonna be our review day, and then we have the test on Wednesday. Okay? So
Wait, hold up. What does it say? Area addition postulate? Oh god.
that will be Monday.
Wednesday?
Okay, so we are gonna do polygon area. So we have done area of what? We've done parallelogram, triangles, circles, we did rhombus, trapezoid. Good. So now, what happens if we have a pentagon or an octagon?
Just find a beach triangle.
Okay,
Oh my
so
God,
here's
that's
an
gonna be
example. No, because here's the thing. All of these triangles are congruent to each other. So if I can just find the area of one triangle,
Is it always
right? Can I just multiply? Yes, in a regular polygon. So what's going to happen here,
There's like no one.
right? So if we have one triangle here, so the height of the triangle, so picture in the center. Okay.
Did you get it?
How many sides do we have here? How many sides? What kind of
6. 8.
It's 8. So this is an octagon. So there are 8 sides and 8 triangles, right?
Are we gonna have to remember?
So if you have the base and the height of one of those,
Then you can multiply by
you can multiply by 8. Okay.
So how are you supposed to
Now,
find it? There's no.
This is a new segment. This has a new value. This is the perpendicular segment, has a name, okay? So the height of one of the smaller triangles is called the apothem. Apothem. So think like you have apps on your phone. Apothem, not apothem. Shouldn't sound like an animal. So this is the apothem, and this is the side, okay? Now,
It was probably her.
Bro.
What did you say?
It's probably her.
What year?
Wait, is it possum or opossum?
the apothem is the height of one of the small triangles.
So it's polygon
Okay.
times
So
area.
why do you think we can now use the area of the whole polygon is 1/2 times the perimeter times the apothem? Why do you think that works instead of having to just find the area of one triangle and multiplying it by how many?
Because the
What does 1/2 the perimeter do? Does that just take into consideration the whole thing all at once?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the formula that we're going to use.
not the one that says or.
Why not that one?
Okay, these are the same thing. Dividing by 2
That
is
is
the
so much
same thing
easier.
as multiplying by 1/2. So just like when you say you like base times height divided by 2, you'll probably like the perimeter times the apothem divided by 2. Okay?
Yeah, okay, regular polygon.
Okay, so here's some steps, and we'll go back to these steps on the next page because there's a lot of them. We're going to write out the formula, we're going to plug in any information that we know, and then we're going to draw one of those triangles, okay? We're going to figure out the measure of the central angle, and then we're going to use either SOHCAHTOA or special right triangles to find out what we're missing. Okay, we'll come back to the steps.
Wait, it's cut off for. Oh,
Oh,
Wait, so we don't have to know the steps?
it says round to. Oh, okay.
around to 1 decimal. Okay. Here's what I want you to do. Let's write down the formula was A equals perimeter times apothem divided by 2.
What was the other option?
1/2 perimeter times
So wait,
apothem.
how do you know the perimeter? You multiply by how many?
You just draw lines
Okay,
down the
so
middle.
let's see. It says find the area of the regular hexagon. So hexagon means we have 6 sides,
But can you just draw like lines?
where each side is 10. So then I know the perimeter has to be 60. Okay, so I have 60, but I need to figure out what the apothem is going to be.
Is the apothem like the whole thing, or do we have to make like
Okay, so
triangle?
here's what we're
Oh,
gonna
so
do.
we could do A equals
Okay.
60 times A divided by 2.
Right, so I have to figure out what does A equal. So first thing I'm going to do, let's go ahead and put a center point. Okay, yeah. I am going to draw to each of the vertices. Now I could have drawn any triangle, right? And they would be the same.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is I want to try to figure out what is
Special right triangle.
this length. This length, that is A. That's my apothem.
So is that directly down the middle?
It's directly down the
So that's
middle. So
five.
this part at the bottom,
Oh, you just put that.
No, special right triangle.
special right triangles, but why?
Okay.
What's the measure of the central angle here?
90 and
Okay, so it's going to be 360 divided by 6, because think about,
Because wait, if you
Okay.
do 6 divided by
all the way around is 360. How
There's
many
6
triangles would I have? I'd have 6 of them. So if I divide by 6,
That's just 60.
60, but then the apothem cut that in half.
So 30.
So this would be,
Is
Wait,
it always
I
a
don't
right
get
triangle?
it.
So this is 30.
60, 90.
60, 90. Anytime you have a hexagon, you'll end up with a 30, 60, 90 triangle.
So the one on the
And
left.
hexagon is 6,
So
right?
the one on the hypotenuse is
So the hypotenuse would be 10.
5 squared.
And then what would the apothem? 5 root 3.
Wait, how do I
Right?
know- When you write the A, how do I know if it's like area or
for this lower thing.
Yeah, you need to always use a capital A for area and lowercase
Oh, I
a
did
for
not do
apothem.
that.
Okay, you need to know area is always a capital A. Apothem is always a lowercase a. In math, it makes a difference. We should know this by now when we use capital letters and lowercase letters.
Wait, what? Capital is just area.
Yeah. And the lowercase a is apothem.
So the apothem is the height of the small triangle.
Hold up.
Yeah. Okay, so now what do we get?
A equals 30. Oh, wait, first. Do we use our calculator?
Yeah, you'll do calculator.
300 root 3.
Yeah, and then 300 divided by 2 is 150. Let's put that in the calculator then, since it's rounding the final answer to 1 decimal place.
Wait, why can't we? Oh.
Well, okay, if I asked you to write exact, then we would leave this, right? This is exact. But if I'm rounding it, we want 259.8, 259.8, and okay, the units were inches.
It just goes to this area.
Yeah.
And that was the area of the whole hexagon?
That's the area of the whole one. Because what would I have to do if I was just finding the area of the triangle? I do
Length times
base times
Oh.
height, so it'd be 10 times 5 root 3 divided by 2, right? Base times height divided by 2. And then I would multiply that by 6. Here, I'm figuring out the area of the whole thing all at once. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
All right, now we're going to do a pentagon.
So there's 5 sides.
Okay, so area still.
so only hexagon is always 3069. So pentagon it maybe. It'll probably be like 45.
So would it be A equals
Okay, so let's see.
40?
The perimeter we have, that's 40.
40 divided by 5.
We need to figure out what A is equal to.
So
Okay, so let's do
every
this.
side is 8.
So 360 divided by 6, or sorry, divided by 5, I meant. Because now we have a pentagon, right? 5 sides. That gives us 72. And
Q is 72.
So the whole angle,
Plus,
bless you, is 72. What's 72 divided by 2?
41. No.
30,
30.
36. So this angle here is 36.
So how does that?
36 divided by 5.
Okay, hold on. We either have to use special right triangles or SOHCAHTOA.
Pythagorean
So
I'm gonna have to use SOHCAHTOA because I don't have any special.
Will it normally be SOHCAHTOA and not right special?
It just
But
depends.
how do you know? How do you know what
Size
to
is
use?
6.
I will tell you, if it's a triangle, square, or hexagon, it's gonna be a special rate triangle.
Hold on, say it again. Say it
This
again.
is a triangle.
Triangle,
Square,
square, and hexagon are gonna be special rate triangles.
And then
Anything
the other one?
else is going to be SOHCAHTOA.
Triangle, square.
So, triangle, as long as it's equilateral, when I'm saying equilateral triangle. Square, hexagon, special triangles.
These are all equilateral.
Why did I forget something? When you
All the
multiply
others.
both sides by x, what do? Like you get tangent 36 equals 4. Wait.
Okay, wait. If the perimeter is 40, what's the length of each side?
Wait, the perimeter is 4.
If the perimeter's 40,
divided by 5, so that's
each side is going to be 8. So then if the whole thing is 8, what's this part opposite 36 degrees? 4. Okay, so now using SOHCAHTOA, so we're focusing on this right triangle. Here's 36. Opposite is 4. Adjacent is A. So we have to use tangent. So I'm going to use tangent 36 equals 4 over A. Let's not complain. Especially.
It's all good.
Okay.
It's
Where?
so much work that I'm like having so much fun.
Don't you
Extra
multiply
than-
both sides by a?
Yeah, okay. This is a shortcut, by the way.
Wait, I don't know.
If the variable's on the bottom, you could just switch the places of these two. Because when you cross multiply, right, it would be A times tangent of 36 equals 4. And then we'll have to divide by tangent of 36. So it always works out that way. That's like a shortcut.
Wait.
So anytime, like I could do that with anything.
So anytime you
So
multiply by
if I had
variable,
5 equals, if I had 5 equals 3 over x, I can change that.
Yeah, you are. Recently? Okay.
That will always work.
So, aren't you supposed to do tan times 4? Or tan 36 times 4?
No, because 4 is not in the denominator. Isn't 4 the adjacent side? It's TOA.
Yeah, no, I'm just asking like when you're doing the actual algebra, like how did you get 4 over?
Why would I divide by 4? Or multiply by 4?
Because to get the A isolated.
No, that would be impossible.
Multiply times a, and then that takes away the a on one side. So you do
Emma.
a times tangent 36 divided by 4, and that's basically.
What's that problem? Would I multiply both sides by 2? Okay,
Yeah.
but I would multiply both sides by A,
Oh.
and then I would divide by 5, right? There's no part where I would end up multiplying by 2. So same thing here.
Okay.
Okay, let's figure out what that is. So 4 divided by tangent, do we have our calculators?
Oh, I found my calculator.
Oh, I just realized I have, there we go. You found it? Okay, good. We get 5.5? Okay, so now I could do 40 times 5.5 divided by 2.
Will we always get the perimeter?
Not always.
Wait, I'm confused how you found the 5. So you do with the number of sides divided by what each side is.
Yeah. I did that up in the top right. The side, you take the perimeter divided by how many sides you have. Right? Because if the perimeter is 40 and you all 5 sides are the same, each side has to be 8. Okay, anybody get it yet?
How do I put the answer down from like?
Oh, so I would do 40 times control negative sign, that'll take the previous answer, divided by 2.
Oh, I was trying to figure out how to do that.
110.1 and
Control what?
control negative
Set it
sign.
this way. Is the thing that's geometry too? Is up this way?
No.
You've heard of it?
Good.
Yeah.
Trying to the next one, but I'm kind of confused.
Okay, now we want to do so we're going to finish the lesson here, and we'll finish the rest. So we'll do homework after this one. Okay, octagon, how many sides? 8.
Like that, it's like a.
Yeah.
So
Okay, perimeter times apothem divided by 2. This time, what do they give us?
the out.
They give us the apothem.
So don't you just find out how many sides there are first? So 36 divided by 8, which is 25.
So I need to figure out the perimeter. Okay, so this is one. I think you were asking me if we're going to have one of those. So first thing, let's draw the triangle.
We only need to draw one, right?
Just draw one. Okay, we need to find the central angle. So that's going to be 360 divided by 8, which
45.
is 45. And now we want to cut that in half.
2.5.
So we're going to cut that in half, and that's going to make this 22.5 degrees.
Or
No, you're right. You're right. Because we know the apothem is 5.
and what do we need to find the opposite? And then just multiply by 2 to get the whole block.
Good. So I have the adjacent side.
Wait, how do you know it's 5?
Wait, it's always gonna be tangent.
Because it says.
Oh.
Right? Label what you know. You know the apothem is 5. So that goes here. And I need to figure out the perimeter. So in order to find the perimeter, I have to find that little side, double it, and then we can find the
So
perimeter.
it'd be so good. So
Yeah?
Oh,
Come on, you can do this.
so then it'd be
Okay, so
good.
Katoa, what are we going to do?
You could also do Pythagorean theorem.
no.
No, because I don't have enough information. I don't have enough sides. I need another side.
I got 2 point. I just
Are we
got
using sine, cosine, or tangent?
tangent. They're always gonna be
It says
tangent.
opposite
Toa.
and adjacent. Toa.
Is it always gonna be tangent?
Yeah.
I don't want to say always. There's
Unless
times
Unless you give us the radius.
So x over 5.
x over 5. So now, Emma, now we're going to multiply by 5, right? Because it's in the denominator.
5, 10, 22. You know, I was confused because you didn't actually write down the part where you multiplied.
Right, I didn't show the whole
I
thing.
got really confused.
Okay, so
Tangent of 22.
5 times,
Tangent 22.
oops,
But you also have a
tangent.
5. Can't you just bring down the 5? Or
What do you mean?
like this?
So I get,
It's so helpful that you have like
22
different
times 5.
colors. Like I should get different colors.
Oh, wait, that's a 0.5. Never mind. Sorry.
sorry, this is a 0.5. And 5 times that. So I get 2.07. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to take that answer and multiply by 2. Does that make sense?
No.
What doesn't make sense?
Can you move the calculator so there's too many steps?
I know. Okay, so what does this answer represent? 4.14. Well, no, x was the 2.07. But why did I multiply that by 2? Why did it?
Let's get the whole side.
The whole side, right? If this is 2.07, I multiply that by
2x.
2. Right, that would be 2x, which would be,
4.1.
so all the way across. Okay, so now how do I find the perimeter?
Whoa, how'd you get 4.14?
I just took that previous answer.
Wait, so I have a question.
So I did the answer times 2.
So for this whole thing, you
Yeah,
just
but I
have
didn't
to,
get that.
you have to find.
I got 4.2.
Like in order to find the area of the whole regular thing, find the apothem, you find the perimeter. No, yeah.
No.
What do you have to find?
Oh, no, miscased it. The
What?
answer that you multiplied by 2 is 2.1. Because you have to round it, no?
Oh, that's why. That's fine. I just multiplied it by 2 right away. And then if I multiply by 8,
It's an apothem.
Nice question.
I get 31. Yeah, go ahead, Matt.
By 8.
Because it's an octagon.
Oh, yeah.
But why 33.1?
Okay.
Do we add 22 plus 4?
Okay,
No, I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you. Okay. I promise.
okay, each side is 4.14. So then the perimeter is going to be 8 times 4.14, which gives me, what did I say, 33.1?
I'm just confused, like, when you found the, like, you got X, why would you multiply, wouldn't you divide by 2, not multiply, because you want to get each side, so wouldn't both sides be 8.28? And then,
No. If this is 2.07, this side is 4.14. This side's 4.14, 4.14, 4.14, 4.14.
the whole thing is, or half of it is 2.1?
Yeah.
Then you multiply it by 2 to get the
Yes.
whole length.
Okay, let's finish this last part. So 33.1
Are we getting a word?
Wait, but Miss Casey?
Can I use the restroom?
times 5 divided by 2.
Sorry, continue.
Just give me a second. So 82.8. And it's